us to discuss the seventh question and the eighth question, and he said also the ninth question. We'll see. Okay, the seventh question is if cot theta equal to 7 by 8, evaluate 1 plus sine theta into 1 minus sine theta by 1 plus cos theta into 1 minus cos theta. Okay, this is the first one. There is one more, that is cot square theta. Okay, anyone who would like to do this question with me? Anyone who would like to solve this question along with me? I see Manisha, Riza, G. Let's go to Deepak. Deepak, go ahead.
Sir, first, we know that cot of theta is 7 by 8, sir.
Yeah.
Then we will do 7x by 8x and try to find the other side of the triangle.
Okay, so first thing, what will you do? Draw a triangle.
Yes, sir.
Okay, mark theta. And accordingly, where, so suppose this is adjacent, this is opposite, this is hypotenuse. Yeah, now Dinesh, tell me where you will write 8, 7x and 8x.
Dinesh, sir.
Oh, sorry, you only, Deepak, by mistake.
Sir, cot of theta is adjacent side by opposite side, sir.
Hmm?
So, uh, adjacent side is 7, sir. 7x.
Hmm.
And opposite side is 8x.
Perfect. Okay.
Then we'll write in the right triangle ABC.
Let's mark it ABC. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. In the right triangle ABC.
AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square.
Okay, I'll write AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
AB square is 8x whole square, sir.
Hmm.
And BC square is 7x whole square,
Hmm.
which will become 64x square, sir.
Hmm.
And 49x square,
Hmm.
which is 113x square, sir.
One, you sure about that? 4 plus 9 is 13, 3, 1 carried over, 113, yeah. 113x square, so AC square is equal to 113x square, yeah.
Then we'll put roots, sir.
Hmm.
113 x into x, sir. Then we'll
Hmm.
remove x outside.
Okay, 113 is a prime number, kya?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can you factorize prime 113 further? It's not
No, sir.
divisible.
No,
You
sir.
can't,
No,
right?
sir.
No, sir, we can't, sir.
Okay, it's not
No.
divisible by 3. You can do 1 plus 1 plus 3 is 5, which means it's not divisible by 3. It's not divisible by 5 also. Last number is 3. I'm just checking divisibility rules, okay? Common divisibility. Does it go by 7? If I divide by 7, it comes to be 1. Remaining is 443. It won't go. 9 also, 11 pakka it does not go because 11 is 121. Okay, close by nowhere it's going with any number. So most likely it's not. In any case, I can leave it as root over 113x. Deepak, did you also leave it like this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, continue.
So then we found out that AC is root 113x, sir.
Yeah.
Then we'll solve the first question, sir.
Then we'll solve the first question. Okay, go ahead. So the first question is, before solving the first question, you need something, right?
Yes, sir. We have to find sine theta and cos theta, sir.
Okay, tell me what sine theta will be.
Sine theta is opposite side by hypotenuse, sir.
Okay.
So it opposite side of theta is AB by hypotenuse is AC, sir,
Hmm.
which is 8x by root 113x, sir.
Very good.
XX will get cancelled and 8 by root 130.
Okay, 8 by root 113. Continue.
Cos theta
And we
is
cos theta. Yeah.
adjacent side by hypotenuse, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Then adjacent side is BC, sir.
Mm-hmm.
And hypotenuse is AC, so 7x by root 113x, XX will get cancelled, sir.
7 by root 130. Okay.
So then we will
Then the
we will-
first expression. Okay, let's write the first expression. Okay, guys, after this I'm continuing from here. Okay, just make a note of that. I'm not writing it side by side. You're supposed to write below, just to keep on the same screen. I'm writing this. Okay, so first expression is 1 plus sine theta into 1 minus sine theta by 1 plus cos theta into 1 minus cos theta. Okay, continue, Deepak.
Sir, if we see it is in the identity a plus b whole square whole bracket a minus b bracket, sir, then it will be 1 square minus b a square minus b square, sir.
Just tell this identity for everyone. A plus b into a minus b is equal to
A square minus b square.
Okay, a square minus b square. This identity is coming in both the numerator and the denominator of this thing. So we can do it separately. Numerator also is a plus b, a minus b. Denominator also x plus y into x minus y. Okay, just think like that and do the whole, keeping that in mind, we're doing this. Yeah. Continue, Deepak.
So it will be 1 square minus sine square theta, sir.
Let me write here only 1 square minus sine square theta
by 1 square minus cos square theta.
Very good. Continue.
So then we'll put the numbers here. So 1 square minus 8 by
1 square is 1. No, just that. Let's write 1.
sir. Minus 8 by root 113 whole square, sir.
8 by root 113 whole square divided by
1 minus 7 by root 113 whole square.
1 second. 1 minus 7 by root 113 whole square. Continue, Deepak.
Then we'll find the squares. So 8 into 8, 1 minus 64 by 113, sir.
Okay, root 113 square will become just 113 divided by
1 minus 49 by 113.
Okay, continue.
Then we'll subtract them, sir. So we have to make the denominator same.
Yeah, let me just bring everyone's attention to it. Now here it's very important to be very, very careful. Okay, the whole numerator itself has a fraction subtraction. The whole denominator itself has a fraction subtraction. Okay, just carefully do it. It will be fine. Yeah, just treat the numerator and denominator separately. The whole, you keep it separate and tell me, Deepak, what will come in the numerator?
Numerator.
This is 1 by 1. Yeah, this is 1 by 1. Continue, Deepak.
So we'll multiply 113 on new denominator and numerator, sir.
Correct. So this happens to be into 113 by 1 into 113. Okay, that will become how much? Can I just directly take by 113 here?
Yes, sir.
What will come on the left side? This one. This will become what?
So 113 minus 64.
Okay.
And then by 113 minus 49 by 113.
Okay.
Then we'll solve that, sir. So we'll get 49 by 113 by 64 by 113.
Okay, let me write it clearly. 1 second. 49 by 113 by 64 by 113. Okay.
Yes, sir. Then we'll move the 64 by 113, sir, reciprocal it, sir.
We can reciprocal it. We can write it like this: 49 by 113 into 113 by 60. Yeah, and then you can cancel this and this out. Actually, now we are in 10th class, and we're going to tell you this. Here only same denominator both of them have, right? And everything is in multiplication. You can cancel like this also, but just so that we are sure of our basics, write like this. Yeah. Continue, Deepak.
So then we'll get 49 by 64.
49 by 64. Perfect, Deepak. Yeah. Any questions here, MG? MG, any questions here?
No, sir.
We good? Yeah. Did you get stuck with the calculations? Was that what is bothering you?
Yes, sir. I stopped at that minus.
Where? Here. Where did you stop, MG? Tell me. MG can't hear you, bro. Sir, your voice is coming from very far. In any case, what about others? How are others feeling about it? Is this calculation clear? Yeah, it was long, but kind of easy, no? So using this identity helped us a lot. Okay, I want you to notice that very carefully. If you were not to use this identity, how the calculation will be? It will be 1 plus 8 by root 113 into 1 minus 8 by root 113 by 1 plus 7 by root 113 into 1 minus 7 by root 113. Too big this will become. Okay, then you will start multiplying using distributive property, means your head will break out and fall. Okay, so basically, like, if you're able to spot there is an identity at play, then use it. Okay, if there is an identity at play here, sorry, that is both in numerator and denominator, a plus b into a minus b is there in numerator also. This is a, this is b. In denominator, again, a plus b, a minus b. Okay, so keeping that in mind, use the identity wherever applicable. So this has made our problem so easier that root 8 by root 113 and 7 by root 113 just became a square. You had to square it, and finally you got 113 here. Okay, that made our calculations much easier. How many of us did not get this answer correctly? Can I get a check in the chat box? Okay, MG saying, so we're doing subtraction step. I didn't thought of it, sir, so got confused. Okay, anyone who did not get the answer correctly, please check it in the chat box. Guys, I'm also counting on you to check your answers from the back. Okay, just like we were doing last year. Whenever the answers are, whenever I give an exercise from the textbook, unless I tell you to, like I told 11th question, don't see from back, right? Other questions you're supposed to see from back and check whether your answer is correct or not. Yeah, 11th question we'll discuss in a bit. But let's see. So MG, do you want me to do the second one also, or you can manage it?
Sir, I will do it.
Just cot square theta. No, cot theta is given only. You just have to do 7 by 8 whole square. Yeah, that's again what?
Sir, that
49 by 64. Yeah, okay. Actually, what they're trying to show here is this and this are coming as equal. They're trying to show that all these identities you will learn in class 11th if you take maths. Okay, these are like bigger identities. So 8th question. MG, you want us to do the 8th question? MG, would you like us to do the 8th question, or should we skip it? You think you will be able to manage? Let me know in chat, yeah? G, you're raising your hands. You have something to add?
Nothing, sir.
Okay. Can all of you? Okay, I want to check in the chat box. Have all of you corrected your answers from the back or not? Except 11th question, and obviously 6th question we did not do. So out of the first exercise, 6th question you leave, and 11th question we will discuss now. Other than that, have you corrected your answers from the back or not? Can I check that in the chat box? If you have not corrected, it's okay. Just let me know. Yeah, I want to know yes or no in the chat box, please. Yeah, I had forgotten to remind you this. Okay, Riza is saying she has. Bindu and G have not corrected. Deepak has corrected. Dikshit said not for all the questions. Answer is saying yes. MG is saying yes. Okay. All right, guys. So build this practice. Yeah. Whenever a homework from textbook is given, you have to check from the back. Okay. Uh, and like at the end. Okay. Don't just each question you don't keep on checking. Okay. After you finish the exercise, you check your answers from the back so that you know which questions you're not getting the correct answers. And then you only can bring that up in class and we discuss that as a doubt. Yeah. That's why I'm just emphasizing on that. Huh? Otherwise, sometimes while I am correcting the homework, this things gets overlooked. Okay. Like sometimes there is I'm not able to pay enough attention to each person's homework. So if you are not, if you know that, sir, this particular question, I do not understand how the answer came, then you can bring that up in the next class and we can discuss. Okay, let's keep this as a practice. Yeah, cool. So MG is saying that he's comfortable with questions 8 and 9. So we'll do one thing. We'll move to question 11 and we'll start discussion of question 11. Question 11 is here. Okay. State whether the following are true or false. Okay, I'm going to give you a couple of minutes. Okay, I'll just be back in 1 minute. I want you to take time to like sort out the answers of the 11th question and think and keep. Yeah, we'll start with the first one. Yeah, I'll come back in just 30 seconds. Okay. I know some figure you were not able to find, I think, in the textbook. You understood what that was?
Sir, that in the question, sir, you gave 8.13, sir, but it's actually 11.
Yeah. The textbook has been copied from NCERT. No, they have changed something, but they have not changed everything. That's the confusion. It's okay. You figured it out, right? You understood which one was what.
Yeah, sir.
Okay. All right, guys. So let's move on to this discussion now. We are looking at um, question number 11. First one. The value of tan A is always less than 1. Any thoughts on that? True or false? What do you guys think? Any thoughts on that? Anyone? Guys, feel free to like take an attempt and make mistakes if it's okay. Yeah. I'm audible, right? On Teams?
Yes, sir.
I see Manisha raising her hands. Let me listen from Manisha. Go ahead, Manisha.
Sir, I think it's false because not always, sir. Maybe 1 or 2 times it might be. So I think it's not always less than 1.
Okay. I get that you're able to see that it might be false, but what could the reason be? Anyhow, like okay.
I don't know about that, sir.
Not able to say. Okay, no problem. Let's eliminate the simple ones. Okay, let's eliminate the silly ones. Okay, like third question. What do you guys think? Third question. Cos A is the abbreviation for cosecant of angle A. Is that true or false? Asghar?
So it's false, sir.
It's
The
false.
abbreviation of cosine.
Cosine. It's the abbreviation of cosine, not cosecant. Okay, cosecant abbreviation is cosec. Okay, we good with this? Yeah. Let's quickly do the fourth one also. Fourth one, very important question, very important for our understanding. Cot A is the product of cot and A. Cot A is the product of cot and A. We discussed this exact thing. I want to hear from Bindu. Bindu, what do you think? Cot A is the product of cot and A. Is this true or false?
Sir, I think it's false, sir.
It is false. And what
So
is
because cot A is not the product of cot and A, sir, because it is the cotangent of angle A.
very good, very good. It's the cotangent of angle A, and it's like a function, just like P of x. It was not in polynomials P of x equal to x square plus 3x, something was there. It did not mean you are multiplying P and x. Like that here, in cot A, it does not mean you are multiplying cot and A. It is like a machine. Cot is like a machine. You're putting angle A inside this, you are getting some number out like 7/8 or something. Okay. It's just like P of x. Yeah. Now these three questions. Okay. Everyone good with question 1 and question 4? Anyone wants? Sorry, question 3 and question 4. Anyone wants anyone has any doubt in that? Please unmute and ask. Asghar, कौन सा वाला question नहीं समझ आया? Which question you did not understand, Asghar?
The first and second and third.
Yeah.
I
We'll
did
be
not
discussing
understand.
Coming to that, Asghar. Yeah, Dinesh, you were saying something.
Saying it was clear, sir.
It was clear for you. Great. Okay. Now these three questions. Okay, first, second, and third, fifth. Okay. To understand these three questions, it was left as it. These were like the important thinking questions, and that's what we're going to discuss now. Okay. Let me, before I go into that, okay, let us understand a few things. Okay. First thing is about any fraction. Okay. About a fraction. Wait, I don't like how it's looking here. Let me write here. Okay. Let's take a fraction a by b. Okay. In this a and b, let's think of them as so, because for our chapter we are only dealing with mostly positive numbers, right? All the distances are there. So let's take a and b as some natural number. Okay. A and b will be some natural number. Okay. Suppose a can be 5, b can be 12, a can be 13, b can be 5. Okay. It can be anything. Okay. The question which I want to ask here is when will a by b be greater than 1, and when will a by b be less than 1? When will a by b be greater than 1, and when will a by b be less than 1? I want people to think. Okay, Riza has already her hands up. Riza, I will continue. I want to see if someone else can also figure this out. Yeah, I'll wait for another maybe 30 seconds or so to see if someone else can also figure this out. I see Dikshit also raising his hands. Okay. MG, what is this, MG? MG, not fair, MG. We are having this discussion. I'm not going to give you points. Riza, go ahead.
Sir,
I'm waiting for everyone to think and you're just spoiling it. Yeah, go ahead, Riza.
Numerator will be bigger than denominator. So when a is bigger than b, at that time it will be greater than 1, so the fraction.
A is bigger than b. Suppose, let's take an example, 6 by 5. Okay. In this case, so a by b is 6 by 5. In this case, the fraction is greater than 1 because numerator is bigger. Because when you divide, 1 point something will come. If it is very big, if it is very here, what is coming? 1.20 is coming. Okay. You take any number where numerator is bigger, say 150 by 2. it will become 75. Yeah. But what I'm trying to show is, if A, like Riza said, A is bigger than B, then A by B will be bigger than 1. Okay. So A by B will be bigger than 1 when A is bigger than B. Okay. And what about the second answer, Riza? When will A
Sir,
by B be less than 1?
so when A is less than B, sir.
When A is less than B, very simple. Just take any fraction, 2 by 5, for example. Okay. A is less than B. What will happen here? 0 point something, 0.40. Okay. You take any fraction, 1 by 200 you take. Okay. Or let's take a simpler one, so that it's 1 by 25 you take. Okay. 1 by 25 is what? It is 1.00 by 25. You will get 0.04. Okay. So this is 0.04. Okay. Does not matter. My numerator is lesser. If my numerator is lesser, then my fraction, my numerator is lesser than the denominator, then my fraction is between 0 and 1. Okay. Guys, are we following this? Can I get a fist to five in the chat box if you're following this or not? Fist to five. Dikshit, you had also figured this out, yeah?
Yes, sir. Same answer.
Okay. But this time I'm going to give Riza 20 points. Okay. Good thinking, Riza. Yeah. And MG, I'm little upset. You could have raised your hands, and then if you were not able to speak, you could have written. Yeah. Private chat nahi hai Teams mein, so just be careful about that. Okay. And obviously, when A by B will be equal to 1, anyone wants to clarify that? When A by B will be equal to 1? When A by B will be equal to 1? Dikshit, let's hear it from you. Dikshit, when A by B will be equal to 1?
Sir, when both numerator and denominator are equal, sir.
Correct. That is when A is equal to B. You take any number, 15 by 15. 15 and 15 cancel is equal to 1. Okay. So right now, I want us to quickly make notes of this. Okay. In whichever way you want. Okay. Just with a pencil in a corner. Okay. Just make notes of this. These three questions are important. Okay. When A by, actually, let me mark the questions. Okay. Question is, this is the first question. Okay. This is the answer. Okay. Let me mark the answer in green. Okay. This is the second question. This is the answer. Okay. Write one or two examples also, just so that you understand. Okay. And this is the third question. This is the answer. Yeah. You want a snapshot? Dinesh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Sending it to you right now. I'll put it in the group. I'll wait for another 30 seconds. Quickly take down whatever you want. Just write one example at least below so that you understand what we're talking about there. Yeah. Okay. Now, moving on. Okay, guys. Anyone wants me to stay? Tell me in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Okay, moving on. Now here, let's take. Now this is one part of the understanding which you need. Let's take one more part of understanding. Okay. That is a right triangle. Okay. Now in a right triangle, let's take ABC. Okay. Just think about it. Okay. First of all, let's think. What do you know about the sides? What do you know about the relationship of the sides? One thing you know is AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. Apart from that, do you know which one is going to be big, which one is going to be small? Any idea on that, sir? And on that thought, on that line? Questions open, guys. Manisha, go ahead.
Sir, hypotenuse will be the longest side.
Hypotenuse, this AC will be the longest side no matter what happens, okay, whatever happens to AB and AC, whatever happens to AB and AC does not matter. AC will be the longest side. Whatever happens to AB and BC does not matter. Yeah. So this is one very important understanding you should have, that hypotenuse will always be the longest side. Okay, in a right triangle, in any right triangle, okay. In any right triangle, okay. That's one understanding which you need to have, okay. Now, second, I want you to think, let's take this angle as theta, okay. Now, okay, leave theta for now, okay. Let's think about the sides AB and BC. Knowing anything about this triangle, okay, my figure is also, just don't even see this figure, okay. You just know that there is a right triangle, AC is the hypotenuse, right angle is at B, okay. That's all you know. Can you tell in AB and AC, in AB and BC, which one will be bigger without knowing anything else? Can you say AB will always be bigger than AC, AB will always be bigger than BC, or BC will always be bigger than AC? Can you say anything like that? Am I fumbling? We all know that this side AC, okay, always longest, okay. Means, what does this mean? This means that AC is bigger than AB also, AC is bigger than BC also, okay. But can you say anything like this for AB and BC? Let's call this with other name, okay. Let's call this theta, opposite, this is opposite and adjacent, okay. This is hypotenuse, okay. Can you say anything that, can you say that opposite will always be bigger than adjacent, or adjacent will always be bigger than opposite? What do you think? Any thoughts on that? Or can we not say anything if you think like that? Manisha is saying no, sir. What do you mean by no, sir?
We can't say like that.
We can't say. If we don't know anything, we can't say, because like this also I can draw. Yeah. In this case, opposite is longer than adjacent. In this case, opposite is shorter than adjacent. We also know that opposite can be equal to adjacent also. In the exercise we did in class 8, 45 degree. Yeah, that time opposite and adjacent were both equal also. Yeah, if this is 45 degree. So we can't really say opposite and adjacent, there is no pakka relationship. Okay, if we know something about the angle, maybe we can say that will come in future. But right now, if you just have this much knowledge, okay, if you just have this much knowledge, given is only this much, that there is a right triangle ABC, B is 90 degree. Okay, this much only is given. All you can say is AC, that is the hypotenuse, will be longest. That's all. Everyone okay so far? Any doubts on this? Fist to 5, guys. Any doubts on this? Fist to 5. Yes, Dikshit, you're right, Dikshit. Okay. So Dikshit and Manisha, I see people are getting some idea, but I want to check fist to 5 in the chat box if you're clear or not. Okay. What I have told so far. If there is anything, any confusion coming, I want you to just unmute and speak. Yeah. It's very, very important. Okay. Okay, I'm seeing most of us give 5. I am not hearing from Abhi. I am not hearing from 1 or 2 more people.
Sir, I'm on 5, sir.
Okay, Bindu. All right. G is on 5. Okay, cool. So this understanding, along with this understanding of fractions, okay, this understanding about a right triangle along with this understanding of fractions we are going to use now. Okay, let's come to the first question, that is the value of tan A is always less than 1. Let's check. Okay, tan A, value of some tan theta. Okay, whatever the tan theta is does not matter. Okay, this is 11th ka first question. Okay, the value of tan A is always less than 1. Now tan A ka formula, can someone tell me? Tan, suppose does not tan theta formula, you tell me. Anyone? Bindu, go ahead.
Sir, opposite by adjacent.
Opposite by adjacent. Okay. Now just imagine, for this to always be less than 1, what should happen? Anyone? For this to always be, for this value to be always less than 1, what should happen? Nishchay is raising his hands. Go ahead, Nishchay.
Sir, opposite side should be smaller than the adjacent side.
But is that always true?
No, sir.
It is not necessary. So can this always be, is it always like this then?
No, sir.
No. But why this is false? Yeah, very, very simple, guys. Okay, just, but there are steps of thinking involved here. So you have to think in steps. Okay, I'm going to try to write the reason. Okay, it's coming very naturally to us, but let's try to write the reason. Okay, any triangle you take. Okay, any triangle you take, this is A. Okay, opposite by adjacent. Okay, now opposite by adjacent, for this to be, for tan A to always be less than 1, opposite side should always be less than adjacent side. But that is not the case. Why? Because opposite side may or may not be less than adjacent side, depending on the triangle. No, some triangles it will be, some triangles it will not be. As you can see, in this triangle, opposite side was less than adjacent side. In this triangle, opposite side was not less than adjacent side. In this triangle also, opposite side was not less than, it was equal. So finally, what is our conclusion? Since this will not always happen, therefore, tan A will not always be less than 1. Hence, false. Therefore, statement is false. How are we feeling about the argument we just saw on screen? Nishchay very wonderfully said. Nishchay, I'm going to give you 10 points for this answer. Good answer. Yeah. How are we feeling about this whole discussion we just had? Fist to 5 in the chat box, please. Guys, I'll give you a break in another 5 minutes. We'll finish this particular question, then we'll take a break. But how are we feeling about this discussion we just had? Fist to 5 in the chat box, please. Asghar is at 4. Asghar, क्या confusion है? थोड़ा सा unmute करके let's talk. Yeah. Where are we struggling? Let's unmute and talk.
Sir, I did not understand, sir. There was only while speaking, sir. Even messages was not going, sir.
Okay. ये read करके समझ आ रहा है? एक बार read करो. What I've written?
Yes, sir. I'm reading, sir.
Let me hear from others. Let's see who. Dinesh, you're clear? Dinesh is back on. Okay. Dinesh, you're typing in there also, here also. How are you managing?
No, sir. There are special notifications, so I tried from there.
Acha, okay. Okay, anyone nodded a 5? Anyone wants any further explanation here? Okay, let's hear it for. Okay, let me give you one question. Okay, let me give you one question. Okay, my question is. Second, let me give you one question. I want you to write this question separately. Okay, true and false only. Okay, the value of sine theta cannot be greater than 1. True or false? I want you to check. I want you to think about it and tell me. It's an open question. 10 points. The value of sine theta cannot be greater than 1. First person to raise hand answers. Yeah, fist to 5. Not like it's an open question. Yeah. The value of sine theta cannot be greater than 1. It's true or false question. Riza again. Okay. You just answered, Riza, so we'll wait. We'll see. Manisha also just answered. We'll see if someone else is there. If you have understood the first one, you should be able to tell this answer. Yeah. Same approach we're going to be taking. Okay, I'll go to MG this time. MG, go ahead, unmute and speak. MG, the value of sine theta cannot be greater than 1. Why do you think so? Yes or no? Please speak, MG. Stop on my account. Go ahead.
Sir, I think false.
You think it is false? You will have to explain, MG.
Sir, I think it's false because, sir, it can be lesser than 1 also.
So it is saying cannot be greater than 1. This is true or not? It can be lesser than 1. Obviously, if it cannot be greater than 1, it can be lesser than 1 also. That's a part of the statement only.
Sir, it will
This
be
statement
greater.
is true or false?
Sir, it is.
Okay, leave true or false. You just explain what you're thinking. True or false, we'll see. You just explain what you're thinking.
Sir, it can be greater than 1, sir.
You're saying it can be greater than 1? Sine theta can be greater than 1? Is this what you're saying, MG?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you explain this thought a little bit?
Sir, because the formula of sine theta is by hypotenuse, sir.
Opposite by hypotenuse, okay. MG, not able to listen to you, man. This is sad.
Sir, it can't be greater than 1, sir.
It can't be greater. Then why did you say can be, man?
Sir, it can't be because, sir, hypotenuse is the greatest side, sir. So obviously, when we divide it by opposite side, it will be lesser than 1, sir.
Very good, MG. Okay, it cannot be greater than 1. Opposite by hypotenuse, always denominator will be greater. If denominator is greater, then definitely this value will never become greater than 1, right? This value, hypotenuse, is always greater than opposite. Always. Okay. Suppose we bring this so close, hypotenuse will become equal to opposite, but it will never be less than opposite. Yeah, hypotenuse will never be less than opposite. Therefore, sine theta cannot be greater than 1. And this answer is true. Yeah. MG, I will give you 10 points here. Yeah. How are we following this? Nishchay, are we following this? Are we in agreement with what MG said? Anyone
Yes,
is
sir.
not in agreement with what MG said? Yeah, anyone has confusion? Deepak, Dikshit, are you clear? Bindu, are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Dinesh, you're clear? Yeah. Yeah, please write this down. Okay, please write this down. Okay, please take this down. I'll write it as a separate question. Write true or false on this side, and just write this question down. Yeah. The value of sine theta cannot be greater than 1 is true. Okay. You can write here is as denominator is always larger than numerator. The fraction will never, or we can write like this, as denominator is never smaller than, as denominator is never smaller than numerator, the fraction will never be greater than 1. I hope this reasoning makes sense. Yeah. Same with cos theta. Yes, Asgar, very good observation. Asgar, for this observation, I will give you 10 points. Very good observation, Asgar. Okay. Very good, beautiful observation. Okay. Same goes with cos theta. Okay. In cos theta also, it is what? Adjacent by hypotenuse. Denominator, hypotenuse is in denominator. So this number will never become greater than 1. Okay. We'll have more of these discussions in the future, but let's now, for now, let's go to question number 2. Okay, question number 2 is simple question. Okay, secant A is equal to 12 by 5 for some value of angle A. Let's see what is secant A. This is A. Secant A का formula, who can tell me? Tulsi, tell me secant A formula, please. Tulsi, can you tell me secant A formula?
Yes, sir.
Tell me. You should not be needing to go to your notebook, but anyhow, see and tell.
Sir. Sir, you tell the question. I should tell for secant A, sir.
Formula you tell for secant A, ma. Where is your attention?
Sir, it is hypotenuse by adjacent, sir.
Secant A is equal to hypotenuse by adjacent. Okay, it is opposite of cos A. Cos, you should remember sin catoa. Sorry, so ka toa. Secant is opposite of this, so it is hypotenuse by adjacent. Okay, secant A is opposite of cos. Not opposite, reciprocal. Sorry for the word. Yeah. So hypotenuse by adjacent, can it be 12 by 5? Can this be 12 by 5? Hypotenuse by adjacent. Can sometime can it, if I move this here and there, if I make it like this, if I make it like this, somewhere can it be 12 by 5? It's a question for you. What do you think, Deepak?
Yes. Yes,
It
sir.
can be. Hypotenuse is bigger. So yes, it can be. So yes, the value is for some value of, see, it's very interesting. Okay, it's not using the word always. It's not using never. It's just saying some value of angle A. Okay, yeah, for some value of angle A, this can be 12, this can be 5. You can make also 12x, 5x, you will find something, the opposite will come, some value of, in terms of x, something will happen. Or whatever that is, for some value of angle A, yes, it can be. So this is true. Everyone following this so far? Deepak, you're right. Okay. Give Deepak 5 here. Any questions so far? Any questions on this? Okay. Now comes the interesting question. Okay. Similar thing after a twist. Okay, Nishchay, I understand that. Let's work with it. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah. Now comes the fifth question. Okay, sorry. Fifth question is sine theta is equal to 4/3 for some angle theta. Question is open. First person to raise their hands gets to answer. Someone new? 4 of you have already answered, Riza, MG, Manisha, and Nishchay. So let's hear from Dinesh. Yes, Dinesh.
In right angle triangle, for the formula is then opposite sides by hypotenuse, sir.
Very good. Sine theta is equal to opposite side by hypotenuse. Yes. So
Sir, we know that the longest side is the hypotenuse, sir.
Very good.
Hypotenuse, sir.
Sorry, once again, can you repeat, Dinesh? Dinesh, please repeat, no?
We know that hypotenuse is the longest side.
Okay, we know that hypotenuse is longest side. Therefore,
sir, therefore, that sine of theta, sir, the 4/3 false, sir.
Sine theta can never be, correct? Can never be 4/3. Okay, very interesting. Okay, it can never be. In the previous question, for sometimes can it be, for some angle can it be? No, for some angle also it cannot be. It can never happen. Okay, sine theta can never be 4/3. So my answer is false. Yeah, very good, Dinesh. I'll give you 5. Yeah, good. Any confusions about this? Any discussions? This is open. Okay, I've written the rationale also. Any confusion about this? Please go ahead and ask right now. Yeah, we'll conclude this discussion. This discussion will go on again in another class. Okay, when we come back to trigonometry for some specific angles, we'll be discussing this. But as of now, this basic intuitive understanding, are we feeling good about it? Fist to 5 in the chat box. Yeah, let me know. Fist to 5 in the chat box. MG and Nishchay, you're raising your hands. Is there something more to add here, or
5, sir.
5? Okay.
No, sir. I clicked that lesson.
No problem. No problem. Okay.
Sir, I'm on 5.
Thank you, Bindu. Okay. So yes, I'm seeing most of you are at 5, and I see that it has been a very beautiful, very interesting discussion. Let me know in the chat box what you feel about this discussion we have had. A little bit stretching our thinking, applying different concepts. Okay, from fractions we know this idea, yeah, which Riza told us when a fraction will be greater than 1, when it will be less than 1, when it will be 1. Then we combined it with the understanding of trigonometry of just a right triangle. Okay, we know that hypotenuse is always longest. Opposite and adjacent can be any relationship. Opposite can be bigger, adjacent can be smaller. Adjacent can be bigger, opposite can be smaller, or they can be equal also. Yeah. So keeping these in mind, we looked at 11th question ka first one, second one, and fifth one, and we also looked at one question from my side. And Asghar brought into our Asghar also pointed out. So as Asghar pointed out, that the value of cos theta, okay, will also never be. Sorry, give me a minute. Cos theta can also not be greater than 1. Okay, cos and sine cannot be greater than 1. Okay, this is true. Accordingly, we did these questions. I hope we are all feeling good about it, and I'm going to wrap up this class. We're going to take a short break. Yeah, we're going to take a 10-15 minute break. Manisha, you have a doubt? Go ahead.
Cosec and sec will
Cosec and sec. You wanna just think about that for a minute. Let's actually think about that. Okay, let's actually do that. What do you think, Manisha? Cosec theta and sec
they'll
theta.
always be
Manisha, can you tell the formula? Cosec theta is equal to hypotenuse by
opposite side.
opposite. Okay. Sec theta is equal to
Hypotenuse by adjacent side.
hypotenuse by adjacent side. Very good. And accordingly, you're saying that they will never be less than 1. Can we say that? Yeah, because hypotenuse will always be bigger than opposite. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Manisha, and for bringing this to our knowledge, for adding this. I'm going to give you 10 here. Okay. Very good. These two, cosec theta and sec theta, will never be less than 1. Okay, but like tan and cot, they can be both. Okay, it can be greater than 1 also, less than 1 also, and we will go deeper into this discussion at a later point. Okay, right now it's open here. Yeah. So ending this meeting, guys, we'll take a break. Okay, we'll take a 10-minute break. We'll see each other at 11:25 in the 11 o'clock meeting. Yeah, we'll see each other at 11:25 in